We are here in the Bahamas.
We are going to make it right.
If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know?
Great job, brother. It was fun to meet you. I'll be
What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out. Don't eat. Yeah. Oh, I can. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, People's Channel, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. My name is Ben, coming to you live every single day at exactly 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you guys know. You guys do understand now that, like, I don't want to ever be on time now. You guys have created an environment for me to where if I showed up on time, it's kind of lame. So, you know, it's like guess the minute that I show up. It's always 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is Tuesday, March the 7th. It's 73 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto Studio. Why is it so hot in here? It's because it's hot outside.
Yep.
It's like 70 degrees, I think.
Yep.
Outside. Wow. Well, man, we may need to turn that AC up a little bit. It feels fine, actually. It feels fine in here, but just looking at the gauge, 73. It's pretty high. So, guys, we got so much to talk about today. We're going to be talking about Jerome Powell. We're going to be talking about the Fed meeting. We're going to be talking about Amazon getting into NFTs. You guys excited about that?
Oof. So excited. Just can't wait. Amazon taking over everything. It's going to be great. Yep. Yep. Unstoppable.
AOC, are you against or are you for Amazon taking over everything?
Is that a no?
What? That's a yes. She said yes.
Yeah, I just.
Why? Is this because your friend Elizabeth Warren takes a lot of money from Amazon? Yes. Is this also because she takes a lot of money from Meta? Yes. Just because she also takes a lot of money for Apple? Yes. Does Elizabeth Warren pretend to be anti-corporation? Yes.
Oh.
Fun.
Hey, I like that.
Thank you, AOC. I love AOC. Okay. All right. Yeah, my cheeks are a little sweaty here.
Yeah.
I put together before I came to work today, I put together, so we moved to this new house and we've got like all the paint. Like, the house is big. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just saying it was a lot of different paints. Yeah. Like my wife had it looks like a, you know, not a rainbow in there, but there's colors everywhere. Every room's a different color. And so we've got all the paint and I needed to store it somewhere. It's like 60 or 70 cans of paint. I'm not kidding you. It's a lot of paint.
Gallons or?
So I put this shelf together today to put all the paint on. And man, that thing, I never can build something in the time I think it's going to take to build.
Yeah.
There's always, I get the whole thing done and I realize I didn't put the brackets under the grids for the shelves and everything was pushing in the middle and it was pushing down. So anyways,
gotta brace it.
Yeah. Hey, I was working this morning. That's what you got to do. You got to do it for the wife.
That's right. I'm
just kidding. I'm the one that likes everything organized. Okay. Well, you know you've made it when someone makes a bobblehead in your likeness.
I mean,
is that true, AOC? It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, AOC is going to be president one day. I don't know if y'all know that. Do you believe that, Drew?
I mean,
right, going to be.
She's
going to be president.
She's gathering a lot of people.
Maybe 15 years from now.
She's got the young crowd for sure. She definitely got the young crowd.
Just the fact that she has a bobblehead at the Washington D.C. airport where they had Trump, Biden, I think they had Barack Obama, and they had AOC. Like that's it.
That's up there.
Like that's it. So she knows how to work that game.
Yeah.
So, all right, okay, let's get going here, guys. Let's start talking. First of all, what do you guys think about Billy Williams asking this question? When is the NIP NFT coming out? Guys, we already did a Nipple NFT. It was called Nipception. It was on Theta. You guys can look that up. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel, by the way, guys. Number one thing you can do, obviously, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the channel. We've got all these other channels under our beautiful big umbrella. You guys want 24/7 crypto. We got that on Hit Network. It's a replay of a lot of different shows. But you guys make sure to be subscribed to the channel. We had a meeting this morning about doing some really cool videos. We may give away a Bitcoin.
Giving away a Bitcoin?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God.
So if you get, we're trying to work it to where we're going to do it maybe at Bitcoin Miami, potentially. This isn't guaranteed. So that's kind of what we were talking about. Would you guys like that? Would you go down to Bitcoin Miami?
I mean, that'd be huge. Huge.
To maybe do a scavenger hunt and win a Bitcoin.
That's fun.
You got to get pre-screened. So like, I think we'd probably take like what, maybe 5 teams,
Yeah.
5
That'd be
teams.
reasonable.
So if you got picked, you'd have like a 20% chance to win a Bitcoin. If you're really smart, you could hedge that against, what could you hedge that against?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Maybe a bunch of eggs or a bunch of chickens or something
Yeah, you
like
could
that.
do it against
Some good
soybeans,
value.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be talking about Jerome Powell today. That's the big news going on. Jerome Powell, Sam. Now check out the new shirt here. This is one of several different new collection or shirts we have in this kind of pattern. And this one's got ApeCoin.
It's got the SHIB.
It's got SBF on it right
Yeah,
there.
it's got the
Did y'all hear? Sam is SBF is Shiba. It makes sense. Golly, I wouldn't want that Shiba in you. I got Chainlink. I don't really remember. I think Chainlink was just kind of like an orphan. We didn't know what shirt to put it on, so we ended up on this one.
Yeah.
Uniswap, Sandbox, Dogecoin. I like this. Is a cool shirt. I like it. So, anyways, you guys can check out hitmerch.com if you guys are interested. Do we have these on the website yet?
I'm not sure.
I didn't know these ones are on the website. Let's
I don't
go.
think they are
BitBoy Crypto. We got some of the newer stuff. Yeah, well, these are not even out yet. And we got these in hoodies too.
Ooh.
We got one that's got all the ISO 20022 coins. We've got one that's got we got rid of Solana and Polkadot off of the main shirt. We replaced that with Polygon and BNB.
Okay.
So there we go. Don't we have one more? Is there one more? Or is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, the meme coin, the algo, the main one, and the I thought there were 4. Okay. Well, I can't remember.
Maybe an ICP shirt in our someday.
Yeah, we need it. Yeah, we're supposed to have one that's got layer 1s on it. There is supposed to be one that's got ICP on it.
We should.
I don't know if that one came in or not. These are like samples. So cool. All right. You guys don't forget to check out Twitter. There you can find me always tweeting about crazy stuff and always finding some good enemies. All right. Cam Cruz or Keith Wofford in a fight. Who do you think wins?
I would say Keith.
I mean, it's hard to imagine Keith winning a fight against anybody, but I mean, I got to say, I think he's going to take Cam down.
Cam has no jaw. I don't even think he has a jaw.
Well, they said, why? I said, this guy is like, just so you guys understand the backstory here, this guy has attacked me with like baseless accusations forever. Yeah. And, like I was 10 minutes from his house and I said, hey, Cam, I'll come stop by your house. I got your address. I know where you live, know where your apartment is. And I said, I'll come stop by. We'll talk. And he's like, no, I'll call the police. I'm like, well, let's go meet in a public place. Like, you have all this stuff to say to me online.
Right.
Like, let's just get in a real place face to face and let's have this conversation. And he was not having any of it. So he started attacking me the other day. So I tweeted about it. And I said something about, I said that he's softer than his own moobs. Now, here's what's fascinating. Somebody told me, they said, like, don't you, I'm really trying to, you see the left move? It's barely over the, the left one.
Slight little depressed
They said, oh, don't you get mad when people call you fat? Well, first of all, I get upset when people call me fat because I'm not fat anymore. I lost like 60 pounds, okay? Second of all, guys, Cam Cruz is not fat. He actually is thin and still has managed to have moves.
I think he's like,
you got to give him hands. You got to give him a round of applause on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Very soft looking.
That's the type of drama you get to be involved in when you follow me on Twitter. But what I wanted to show you guys was this here. This is from my my man cave downstairs. These are TVs with my NFTs on. Those are literally the NFTs. Those are not JPEGs. Those are literally the NFTs attached to TVs. Somebody suggested that I do a video and show people how to set something up.
You should.
This up.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah. So I've learned a lot about the best way to display the NFTs on these TVs. So somebody said skinny fat. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, there's my mutant ape. I haven't shown my mutant ape there in a while. Finally had it collateralized. I finally got it back, but whatever. Okay. Let's check out the markets. Here we go. Markets coming in 22,796 cryptos. Oh, I said we were going to go to CoinGecko from now on. I forgot. CoinGecko. And I actually, can you take the screen down for a second?
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to log in here. CoinGecko hooked me up with CoinGecko Premium.
What?
And I also got to get some, merch from them. They gave me a promo code for some free CoinGecko
I like how they
merch.
have categories.
I like that they have fun with their little logo.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Now, I don't know what this premium does yet, really. I haven't really got into it, but this is premium that we're on. Coins, 12,312. Far fewer listed on CoinGecko, of course. Exchanges, 673. I think CoinMarketCap's like 525. Market cap, it's got 1.06 trillion. That means that the CoinMarketCap is probably where about 1.02 trillion. Can you look that up?
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
54 billion in volume. Bitcoin dominance 40.5, ETH dominance 17.6, and 19.5 Paraguays will send you an ETH transaction. We got Bitcoin coming in at $22,243, holding pretty steady regardless of Jerome Powell, maybe dumping the price a little bit this morning or attempting to. And of course, the XY pumping. We got Ethereum at 1554. Everything's in the red today. Bitcoin's down over the last 24 hours, but like this morning, it didn't really move that much. It did have one gigantic wick, and it went down to like 21.9, and then it just bounced straight back up so fast.
Yeah. It seems like it cares less and less. But
it just keeps doing what it does. You know, that's what Bitcoin does. Yeah. We got Engine Coin, XRP with some gains. That's about it. Biggest loser of the day, Stacks. OKB, Singularity continuing to have a major pullback.
I'm here for it.
Yep. Rocket pulled down. Okay. 7 days. We got Maker and Immutable X up, and Synthetic. Synthetic's making a little bit of a comeback over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Lido Finance getting killed for the week, and Rocket Pool. These are both liquid Ethereum staking protocols. And supposedly, I don't have confirmation of this. Maybe someone has been able to show that it is true. Supposedly, Lido Finance got some kind of SEC inquiry, about their staking. So stupid. The SEC is so dumb.
That was right. I think it was Justin Sun had put a lot into Lido. I think we covered that.
Crypto Dave says, Ben, we need a blow up doll version of you.
A blow up doll version of you?
I don't like that.
That'd be kind of creepy.
I'd rather just go full clone.
Yeah. Just clone yourself.
Get a lot done. Okay, so let's see. SBF, let's cover that story real quick. I forgot to start off with the story. That's a new thing that we're doing.
It's a pretty interesting story, I think.
Very interesting. We're going to cover this on either tonight or tomorrow night more in depth. But is Shiba Inu creator, or is SBF Shiba Inu creator Ryoshi? Coinbase director finds link. Connor Grogan, head of product business operations at Coinbase, has made a sensational discovery, linking the anonymous inventor of Shiba Inu, Ryoshi, to former FTX CEO SBF. In a Twitter thread, Grogan today posted the evidence he found in his on-chain analysis. In addition, Grogan revealed that the OpenSea account minted an SBF-inspired NFT collection called SBF Legendary in September 2022. Okay, see that super chat. Ben Casper had a nice pullback today. If you're still looking to add a bag, I pretty much only make those moves on Fridays, so we'll see what happens. If I got some free time, I'll check it out. But SBF has a pattern, okay? And he was doing the same things over and over and over again. What he did with FTT, he did it with Serum, he did it with STEPN. STEPN is an independent project, but they still pump the money through there to use it as basically a unlimited ATM. Samo is a meme coin. So it's like, is it Samoyed Inu or something? Isn't that what it is?
I'll look it up right now.
Look and see what that dog is that Samo is named after. Okay. It might be an Inu dog. No, I don't want to be a Inu dog.
Yeah, Samoyed coin. Yeah.
That's a dog, a Samoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White poofy face.
So dog meme coin, done it before. And the thing is just like the way that it presents this, that he put out his own NFT collection called Legendary SBF. I'm telling you guys, that's the confirmation I needed to know that Autism Capital, right?
Yeah.
That's him. That's at some point.
I felt like that's him.
At some point, that was
trolling. I feel like he's trolling us.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's the same thing. It's like Legendary SBF or like you know, some kind of crazy like meme picture of SBF making fun of him.
Yeah.
It's like he's so obsessed with himself. It's so like Sam's more obsessed with himself than I am with myself.
Incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But what I'm saying is all of this stuff lines up with what we know that he's done before. And another hallmark is him denying, like, Autism Capital. We were never
Right.
Sam. We have nothing to do with FTX. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. The Samo people. Guys, Sam was literally on the team as either, I can't remember what it was, if it was actually on the team or it was an advisor or it was a supporter or an endorsement. There was something on the website for Samo that had Sam on it. And the day he got extradited, they removed it. He got removed from it. The day. And then he said, Sam had nothing to do with that. Right? He literally was on your website, doofus. Like, it's not a secret. Are you going to use Nostr? How do you feel about Nostr?
I'm not too stoked on it. Like, I've looked at it a little bit, and you know, I mean, it seemed like just maximalists using it right out of the
that's
gate.
kind of why I want to.
Is it?
Like, yeah, like at first I was like, God, this is so stupid. All these maximalists, like,
Okay.
God, there's no place I would like, you know, least rather be than in a den of MacGruber's, you know. But now I've been thinking, like,
They're drawing you in.
Dang, that's a place for me to go and spar with them. Like, sure enough,
Yeah, they would
you
have to
know, I
answer.
just weed through all the altcoin fans. I just go straight at all the Bitcoin people. Like, I love Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong, I love Bitcoin. Isn't about Bitcoin. It's about
narrow-mindedness.
Yes, that's what it's about, and it's about the judge. I don't like the judgment that they have. The way that they judge people who invest in altcoins. Like, I'm sorry, not everybody got rich in 2011 buying shrooms. You know, off Silk Road.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, I may try it, but thank you for the super chat. Actually, I am going to try it. There we go. I'm going to do it. Let's see. I have no idea why SHIB founder would take Alameda's OpenSea handle in 2020. Might just be them squatting for memes. Unsurprisingly, Grogan's reasoning has been met with a lot of interest and has led to much speculation. Chief developer Shaitoshi Kusama was asked about the rumor by his SHIB community. I tell you, man, Sam ruined the entire bull run. Sam ruined the entire bull run. I believe that 100%. First of all the stuff FTX and Alameda was doing by itself, right? But then you look at Shiba, you look at Sushi, that he was heavily involved in both of those. You look at Solana. These are 3 projects that should not have moved close to what they moved.
Right.
Now, Solana, we thought was a good project early on before it started doing all the pauses. So it was going to have a really good run anyways. We said that, but go up as high as it did, I don't know. And it's almost like he was displacing money that would have went in Ethereum or Bitcoin to maybe push the market higher. And there was also a thing where you could actually track. So we have 3 addresses that we are almost 100% are Sam's. One of them, these are all the Bitcoin deposits. And why is the freaking government or the bankruptcy people not coming and talking to us about this?
Right.
Why are they not investigating this?
They don't seem very curious.
They don't seem very curious at all.
Yeah.
Like, literally billions of dollars in these wallets right now. One of the wallets had $8 billion at the top. I think when it was around $6 billion, it withdrew all of the money right after Celsius and Terra Luna to Coinbase. The money came out of Coinbase and it came into another wallet that right now still has about $2 billion worth of Bitcoin in it.
Jesus.
Then $237 million of that came out to its own independent wallet the day Sam got extradited and got a $250 million bond put on him.
A little bit of correlation.
So when you look at this stuff, there was a guy who sent me this information, right? This guy's really smart. Here's what he would do with the market. And this really hammers home the point. I'm talking about Sam ruining the market. What he would do is he would actually, so he knew about this $8 billion wallet, like back in the bull run. Like it's early 2021, I think is when it started. He would actually watch for whenever that wallet would sell Bitcoin, and he would immediately go long on Solana. Because you could literally see as Bitcoin came out of that wallet, the Solana price pumped up. You see what I'm saying? And that was y'all's customer funds, by the way. There we go. Yo, Ben, can you show Algo some love? Great DCA opportunity now. Yeah, we love Algorand. Whoop, whoop. So McCallie never, is he back from wherever he was? When are they going to invite us for the tour of the Algorand's,
Yeah.
main
You found their
office?
copy maker though.
We did.
Yep.
We did.
Yep.
Okay. So they think Sam was the Chef Nomi from Sushi. I know he was behind, he hacked Trust Token. What was the name of that coin? Safe Coin. I can't remember it now. It was one Dave Mastriani. Sam made him sign something saying he wouldn't sue him over that. Anyways, moving on here. We're going to cover that story more in depth tonight. I get the Sam stuff so interesting. Like, I know people are burnt out over it, but like, it's so freaking interesting to me, like all the stuff that he did and got away with.
Yeah.
And now it's slowly but surely coming out and people are like, I don't know. Like, it's just really fascinating to look in retrospect back at the bull market, knowing what we know now about some of the stuff he was doing. U.S. Trustee appeals FTX bankruptcy ruling to deny appointment of independent examiner. A bankruptcy court in Delaware petitioned the U.S. District Court to appeal a filing from John Dorsey. Said they would deny a motion to appoint an examiner. Guys, why would they want to get an examiner at this point in the this is FTX. This is not. I was saying that was Voyager. Look at what Celsius did with the examiner. They paid, I think it was $14 or $15 million, I think. It was a crazy amount, and the report did nothing. No conclusions, guys. It literally produced nothing. And from what I hear, none of those statements were even taken under an affidavit, so none of it even counted. That's the $14-15 million you get from
it's a nice bump in money.
Celsius. Nobody knows how to burn money like Celsius. So I don't know if FTX will want to do that or not. I think they should continue to straighten out and look at where the money is. We kind of know what happened. But FTX bankruptcy special counsel advisors built $38 million for January.
Must be nice.
Oh man, there's something wrong with it. Look, we're writing this. My new book, Catching Up to FTX. My lessons, or Catching Up to FTX, lessons learned in my crusade against fraud, corruption, and bad hair. That's the name of the book. And we're really writing this from an interesting angle. And we're really examining corruption, what that looks like in politics, what it looks like in business, corporation, banking, like the corporation or the corruption, excuse me, that exists in this country today is so bad. And the system is rigged for the people that continue the rigged system.
Yeah.
So I want to give you an example of this. Here's an example. And I actually wrote this in the book last night. So, okay, whatever. Think about this. Would you say, let's put a poll up. I want to see the results of this poll. Do you believe we should have career politicians? Or are career politicians good? So let's think about this example. I think it's going to be overwhelmingly that career politicians are not good. Right? You want people to come in, serve a public office, and move on. Successful people, and not to make a career from the time you're 25 for being in politics. So think about this: the system allows us to be able to contact our congressmen and senators and all that stuff to be able to try to emphasize, hey, this is a rule that we want. This is a law that we want. We may have a lobbying firm. We may go up to Washington. We may say, we want term limits. We want, you can only be a senator for 12 years or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. So almost everybody in America, I believe, the majority of people will say career politicians are bad. Yet the only way to prevent career politicians is to get the career politicians to vote to make a law to end their career. That's the type of circular corruption that exists in this country. And it's like, what was that super chat?
It was about BitLab. Check it out.
Hey, appreciate all the hard work from Asa. So I've joined the academy and want to get into trading, but so far Big Ed by Bit are not allowed in my part of the stage. What VPN do you suggest? We're going to do a VPN video very soon. ExpressVPN, I think, is good. I think. NordVPN, I think, is one a lot of people use, but don't get scammed. Make sure you get going directly to the website. Don't download from a third party. You'll get scammed. But I was just had this image of like this corruption in America. It's like a thorn that grows like a weed that's like choking the fabric of America. You know, it's like the picture I had of it, and it's just really sad.
Yeah.
But I think we can change it. I think it can change.
There's a lot of people that don't think we can, but they forget the power of the people. And I went down this exact rabbit hole this weekend about safety committees and what was done in 1763. You can look it up and figure out how to do it from your townships and your local sheriffs to begin with. And once those laws are put in place, they supersede federal. So,
yep.
Enjoy.
Look at 92%. 93% of people say we don't want career politicians. And yet we have them. Like, it's really insane if you think about it. And 7% or 8% that say yes, they probably have family in politics, I guess. I don't know. No, I mean, look, some people make the argument that you want people who have a lot of experience in politics, but I would rather have successful people that have actually been successful in business, not necessarily that they grew up in politics. Crypto Halligan says, think for what you do, guys. Shout out to the BitSquad and the Basement crew. Let's get me retired in 2025. Well, let's do it, man. I really like that.
I like that.
Okay, so is Frank in here? Frank, you only got like 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. When TJ's not here, there's nobody to like keep me on track.
What is going on, guys? I hope you're having a good day. We actually have some interesting stuff to look at here on the charts, as we did get that kind of dump and pump action here during that little our friend Jay Powell was speaking. We got usually it's a pump and dump, and today was a dump and pump. So real quick, guys, let me just actually go ahead and I got logged. I'm logged in. Interesting. Can you unshare the screen for a second? Thank you.
Do you need me to help you?
No, we're good. I don't know. That was weird. I don't know how that happened. Okay, yeah, we're good. Here we go. Okay, so obviously, guys, we did get that little dump and pump action here.
What is that? Harris? You see what you're...
Hang on.
What's going on?
Harris 582.
User is not publishing ideas. No. Why won't it let me?
Paris, if 582.
Very good.
So I guess that's if XRP goes to 582. We'll go to Paris.
Interesting. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Right. There we go. We're live. We got the support. Ben is always got that
you need it.
Backside support. Let's go. Ooh, hey.
No.
Let's go. Now I'm ready to do some TA, baby. But yeah, guys, taking a look here.
That was live harassment.
HR. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But anyway, taking a look here, guys. As you guys know, lately we have been watching a very key level. And if you guys were watching the show yesterday, I think it was yesterday, one of those key levels that we were watching, guys, was this level here at about this blue box, right? Which is essentially where we came down and tapped. Because we were looking at the fact that we were at this value area low, saying, hey, not impossible to get some support here. But really what I was looking at, if you guys watch my live stream on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, what I was really hoping for here was this breakdown of this, somewhat of a bear flag here. Was hoping for this little breakdown and a deviation out of our value area low. Shout out to Indiana Candles. I see you. Can you scroll up? I don't know what that said. Shout out to Indiana Candles. He says, "What's up, Frankie? I'm putting okay."
Candles in the chat, man. Candle Mafia's out, man.
Yeah, they're out here. He says he's I don't know. Are we allowed to say?
Says what? What is it?
He's gonna put his left. Wait. Bring it back up.
All right, yeah.
He said he's going to put his left, on the 4-hour bull tip that is now forming.
Testy is that's fine. Family friendly. I mean,
family friendly.
That's anatomy.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's just
and it's innuendo-ish enough.
Yeah.
That I don't think your 7-year-old is going to ask you what the testy is.
It's not the full word. Testy's kind of a fun word to say. But yeah, he said he put his left testy on that 4-hour bull div, which we're going to take a look at right now because it is very interesting that we are putting. We're putting this bull div in, right? We were looking.
Did y'all see the way Frank just looked at me?
Yeah, he looked like he was going to say something.
Did y'all see on the camera the way that Frank looked at me? He was just sitting there, and he just looked like this.
It's hard when he's sitting right there. You just want to get a nice little gaze to your right. It's just a beautiful sight.
Wait, what did you say about me? Okay.
I'm talking about the new merch. The new merch is fire.
It is fire, isn't it?
It really is.
Did you see the other hoodies and stuff?
The 8-point. I saw the ISO 200.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Those are freaking dope.
Those are sick.
Do you like we got rid of Solana and Polkadot? Now we got that BNB and Polygon on that main shirt?
Go. I like the multicolor, but the ISO 20022 with all the white is fire.
I will tell you guys, these shirts. So me and AJ wears these shirts all the time. We'll go out. Now, if we're at a crypto conference, it's different. But if we're like at a normal place, like I'm a gigantic YouTuber. I have a lot of Twitter followers. I get recognized a good bit almost every single day. And AJ wears a shirt and gets 100 people coming up to him and asking about crypto.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing too.
It is such a conversation starter.
It basically works as a billboard for crypto.
Yeah.
Just like getting people talking about crypto, which is interesting because even if they don't know what the symbols are, they're like, "What the heck is that shirt?"
Do you guys know that guy from FTX? He's right here on this shirt. It's funny. We got rid of Solana on the shirt and we put SHIB on. Now, like, we just can't get rid of this guy.
You can't shake him.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. But yeah, guys, really interesting levels here, right? This value area low that we were looking at yesterday, we were looking for a deviation out of this zone to come down and tap this blue box that we were watching to put in a potential bullish divergence in on, some of the medium hourly time frames. So this could potentially give us a big bounce. And I do just want to take a look here at the BitLab trading stack, guys. If you look here on the 4-hour, we came down, tapped our exact level that we were looking at. And now the BitLab market intelligence indicator is pulling those 4 bullish divergences. You have a MACD, histogram, RSI, momentum, bullish divergences flashing right now on this 4-hour time frame. So this is basically could be a decent bottom signal, at least for the short term here, because not only are we at the range lows, but we are starting to put in those bullish divergences. You have the BitLab market intelligence calling for 4 different bull divs. And not only that, if you look here again on that 4-hour time frame, that significant movement indicator starting to give a pretty big blue wave here, indicating a potential bottom, right? So because of all these things, guys, it is definitely possible to get a little bit of a bounce here. I would have liked to come a little bit deeper, close some candles down here. But sometimes you just get that little wick tap. But nonetheless, the level was tapped almost to the dollar, and we are starting to get some bullish signals here. So I will be watching this very, very closely. For a potential big move to the upside, if we do wind up getting a big bounce here, guys, off of this blue box, first major level of resistance I would be looking at is our macro point of control, which is coming in right here at about $23,000. This is a very key level of support on the way down. So if we do get a bounce back into this, it will be a very strong level. And real quick, guys, I do just want to point out as well, just giving you guys some context into where we are right now. If we get that big move, you can zoom out and again, look at your price action in terms of this volume profile. And you now know if you start getting that big bounce up, you are now getting a bounce from your value area low. Essentially, a lot of times we see that deviation out of the range. And then when you get back in there and flip that value area low to support, once again, a lot of times that is where you get that move back up to your value area high. Obviously, your POC is going to give you a little bit of resistance. But again, once you hold support at the bottom of the range, you are expecting price to come back up. We rejected the top of the range, which I do believe actually BitLab had a nice signal at the top on the daily. I'm not sure what exchange it was on, but also, shout out to, if anyone's using the BitLab indicators, I don't know, I won't have time to talk about it now, but I will mention it on my show tonight. There are some tweaked settings that me and Kelly were looking at that actually give you some really, really nice signals. And also, I do believe they are doing a sale. I want to say it's 15% off. I believe the code is BitSquad15 to get 15% off your BitLab trading stack. All capitals, no spaces. But back to the charts here. This is obviously going to be a very key level of resistance because we know, right, when you reject the range highs, it is likely that you come to your range lows, which is happening right now. And if we hold support on these range lows, we may be on our way to revisit the highs. And if we can get those higher time frames, which are actually looking, specifically the weekly is looking like it may want to cool off just a little bit more here with that red dot printing. But if we can get a move back up to that top of the range, test that 25K level, we will once again be knocking on the door to that massive low volume gap where everybody will be getting excited again about that 28 to 30K target, because once we start tapping on that 25K level again, you will see we have that massive volume gap bringing us right up to that 28 to 30K level. So if we do get that move back up to the range, guys, that is what we have in store if we can crack those 25K highs. And then all in all, guys, just continuing to look at this as a range. Now we are getting those bullish signals at our key level of support. But again, just looking at price action in terms of these ranges. We know if we hold these lows, we will likely at least make it to the POC. And if we can get above there, we know it's likely to come to that value area high. So that's the big news. Watch out for those divergences on the medium hourly time frames, the 2, the 3, the 4 hour. And yeah, it is looking like we could potentially get a bounce here. I will be monitoring it very, very closely in both of my premium Discord and my free Discord. And we will be doing 2 hours of TA on my live stream on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to that channel, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also, if you want Bitcoin to rip up to that top, that value area high at 25K, go ahead and smash that like button. That's all I got. Back to Ben. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
I check my noties. That's what I do while I'm up here. Always checking my notifications. Got so many of them. It's an embarrassment of riches of notifications around here. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get moving on the show here. We got a guest coming on at 12:30.
Yep.
We've really talked too much. This is where we need TJ. Where is TJ today? Is he
know.
here?
Yeah, he's here.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
That's how you know me and TJ didn't get in a fight today.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know if he was here or not. Okay. All right. Global crypto market cap battles to hold above $1 trillion. What was the market cap on CoinMarketCap?
So the coin market cap on CMC is 1,014 billion. So
1.014.
Yep.
I said it'd be about 1.02 or 1.01. So
Yeah.
it's right in the middle.
Little
so
different.
I'm starting to get the, kind of get the difference between those. Do you know that Celsius and Fahrenheit? Well, did you know that I think it was Fahrenheit? No, Celsius. Celsius, not the company, the degree.
Okay.
It was annexed into the metric system.
I did not know that.
It was annexed into the metric system. The actual metric degree is Kelvin, but Celsius was put into it. I didn't realize, I think it's like at negative 42 degrees, I think Celsius and Fahrenheit are the exact same.
Really?
It's so, I don't understand. If you want your mind to just be totally scrambled, go look at temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius and try to figure out the formula, because I can't do it. I can't do it.
Terrible.
Okay. Bitcoin shorts are piling up. Liquidation squeeze soon. I think so. That's what I'm thinking. We may have a dip down to 20. It could happen. We hit 21.9. Just go ahead and fill that gap at 19,900 and come back up. That'll be okay. But I tell you, that wick that we saw today was so strong and bounced so quick. Man, it's going to be hard to see that thing get back below 20, I think, again. So, and speaking of, did Bitcoin bottom in November? These metrics suggest so. Those include the Nupal and the MVRV, both of which flashed a trend reversal following FTX collapse. We told you all year it was going to be in November. We told you that since, well, not all year. We told you since last April, November would be the bottom. U.S. government hits $31.4 trillion debt ceiling, triggering fears of a nasty fallout for Americans. Here are 3 harmful ways it could really impact you. The U.S. officially hit $31.4 trillion in the debt ceiling, January 19th. Let's see, potentially blah, 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 blah. Hey, don't we go through this like every year?
We really do. Well, especially every 4 years, particularly.
Yeah. History has a tendency of repeating itself, and this does not bode well for America's 11th hour debt ceiling decision. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. With the U.S. balance sheet in such a precarious position, your 401k or IRA and retirement itself could be at risk. Hey, don't forget.
That's right.
Don't forget, I Trust Capital. Thank you to I
That's
Trust
right.
Capital for sponsoring this segment. Perfect time.
It is.
Perfect time. They're talking about IRAs to protect yourself.
Yeah.
I Trust Capital does Bitcoin IRAs. They, unlike a lot of companies in the last run, they chose to opted against doing staking and yield returning, investments like earn programs and staking programs, because they just, I don't know, that they like to play it safe.
Yeah.
And that's good if you want your IRA, which is individual retirement account is what that stands for. So if you want to retire and you want to do it in Bitcoin and you want to not pay taxes on your Bitcoin, because in an IRA, you don't pay taxes while it's in there.
Yep.
There's a couple different kinds. It's one of those kinds. You guys can check out itrustcapital.com. And you guys can go to their website and check it out. We had an interview with them on the show a couple weeks ago. You guys can look that up. They've been in the space for a really long time. And me and iTrust Capital have had our ups and downs. We have only ups now. Yeah, so you guys check that out if you're interested in an IRA. There's no better place than iTrust Capital. It is far and away the #1 Bitcoin IRA company. So there you go. Shout out to them for sponsoring that segment. I just saw that was a great segue, wasn't it?
It was. That was smooth as butter.
So here we go. Fed Chair Powell says interest rates are likely to be higher than previously anticipated. Wow. Federal Reserve Jerome Powell on Tuesday cautioned the interest rates are likely to head higher. Now, here's what I said yesterday. I said most likely what we were going to see is we were going to see him come speak out both sides of his mouth, try to give himself options. So the only thing I've heard so far from this is that he said it could be higher. Let's see, dig in a little closer and see what else. No, Josh, I have not heard of that coin. I have not heard of it. I don't know if that's a shill. Here's a super chat.
It was.
We'll let that one slide.
Yep.
We'll let it slide one time.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep.
Maybe he didn't know, but that's your warning.
You never know until you find out.
Yep. So yeah, but the point is, let's see. Did he kind of maybe at the end say some more positive stuff? And also, he's back on there tomorrow. It's 2 days. It's not just 1 day. He cautioned interest rates are likely to head higher. Citing data, they warned of tighter monetary policy. The latest data, the latest economic data have come in stronger than expected. Stronger. I think he actually meant weaker, right? He meant weaker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if your interest is going the wrong way. Well, I read this thing that was showing that the actual goods inflation rate is down to 4% right now.
Yeah, goods manufacturing's come down. Shipping costs have come down pretty drastically. So.
And if they can hit 2% on goods, I wonder if they will call that a victory.
I mean, probably at this point, they're going to be scrambling. So,
let's see. His remarks carry two implications. One, the peak or terminal level of the federal funds rate is likely to be higher than the previous indication from the Fed officials. And two, that the switch last month to a smaller quarter percentage point increase could be short-lived if inflation data runs hot. In their December estimate, officials pegged the terminal rate. Did it ask? 5.1% current market pricing. Speech comes with markets generally optimistic that the central bank can tame inflation without running the economy into a ditch. I mean, that's why we've been telling you we feel like the worst is over, but we didn't guarantee it. You can't guarantee the worst is over. My opinion is the worst is over. Bottom is in for Bitcoin. I think they're going to salvage this. I think they're going to do some smoke and mirror tricks to get the economy heading back in the right direction. It's going to screw us later on down the road because that's what they do every time they kick the can, but they need the economy going in the right direction for that presidential election. Thoughts on eligible withdrawals from Celsius? If you have a custody account, get your money off there ASAP if they'll let you. That's what I say. But of course, remember, who knows? They might ask for it back. That's what they do. Markets mostly expect the Fed to enact a second consecutive quarter point. Let's see here. However, traders are pricing in close to a 30% probability of a higher half point increase. Remember this, guys. Every single Fed meeting, literally every one, for 2022 and 2023, the raise that had the highest odds won. So the highest odds are still with a quarter point raise. 30%, 1 out of 3 people say, I think they do it 0.5. Those are your doomsday sayers. They're probably going to come out and do 0.25. Now, we got to look at that inflation data, and that might, determine what they do after that. Hey, Ben and fam, you guys rock from Talladega Fitness.
Hey.
From Melbourne, Australia.
That's right. We do rock.
You work out in Talladega, Alabama. You drive every day from Melbourne, Australia.
That's commitment.
That's a long trip. It's a long trip. Hey, if you just run it, if you just jog, then when you get to the gym, you don't have to do anything. CBDC central banks conclude groundbreaking study on use cases for digital currencies. Study on CBDCs centering on understanding. We're helping. That's from the Bank of International Settlements. We're going to be working on a stablecoin survey we're going to have for you guys soon so we can get your ideas. I care a lot more about what you think than what the IMF or BIS or CBS or NBC or, I don't know. What's NWA,
Yeah, that was a great band. I miss him.
It was Nakamoto with attitude.
Yeah.
That's the.
That's right.
I may be recording a rap song today. I may be recording a rap song today. Just so you all
You
know.
should.
I may be. Just teasing that. I may be. I may be.
Musical.
Okay. All right. Lawmakers push for bill to fix regulatory overreach. Clawback D's nuts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're putting together a video to show you guys how to protect all your money in a trust, and by using some laws in some other countries to be able to protect your money from clawbacks, by the way. So that's going to be out later this week. So the senator from Louisiana, is it the guy that talks like this? Is it that guy?
Probably.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's
he's
pretty hardcore.
fiery, but like the way it's not even like a Cajun accent, really. It's just like the way he talks is very, very drawly. As a very draw. And when he hits somebody with like an attack or an accusation or allegation, or he just, basically memes them in the hearing, it's gangster. That's what I'll say. Group of U.S. lawmakers led by Patrick McHenry and Richie Torres. Oh, okay, cool. Plans to reform crypto tax reporting provisions introduced in 2021 under the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Interesting. Hey, if you have any opinion on the new offline Powell cold wallet, thank you, Rich Taboo, for a super chat. Have any idea why so many whales have been selling Bitcoin for a few months? Well, that's a good question why they would be selling Bitcoin. It could be that maybe it has something to do with some mining. Maybe some of those whales are miners. Maybe they are selling Bitcoin for other assets. Maybe they're getting out of Bitcoin. They felt like the Bitcoin dominance peaked, and maybe they're selling the Bitcoin maybe to go into Ethereum. So this could be some reasons. I don't have the exact reason for you. I don't know much about Powell wallet, but there are some really great wallets out there. BC Vault, obviously one of them. That's one that sponsors around the blockchain. We like them a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of great wallets out there. So lawmakers plan to reintroduce the bill. Okay. It's big that McHenry and Richie Torres from Brooklyn are going to be putting this out because you guys before, there's been a lot of fear out there to do something like that, to actually put some crypto regulation out right now while the stablecoin bill is pending in the aftermath of FTX. DAO gets legal recognition in the U.S. as Utah DAO Act passes. Wow, there we go. A DAO Act. Utah passed a Utah Decentralized Autonomous Organizations Act. Do you think this has anything to do with Mormonism?
No, I don't.
I'm just
well.
I think, what is it, like 75% Mormon?
It's a lot. Heavily, and we did see the SEC doing some inquiries.
Now, look, I'm not saying anything about the Mormon people. Like, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. We love the Mormon people here on the channel for sure. Yeah. A lot of great, I have a lot of great Mormon friends in my life. Folks. But what I'm saying is like, the way that some of their, I don't want to say like their churches, but I'm going to use a really bad example. Okay. I'm just thinking about some of the little communes that they have in different places. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Some of them some of them have had really, really, really bad stuff that's happened there. Obviously, you had Jeffers or something like that. But a lot of crazy people out there doing there are some really crazy people out there doing really crazy stuff. Yeah. But the point is, there's like little kind of areas and communes in Utah where they don't want to really go, they almost like an Indian reservation. Is that what you're supposed to say?
Oh,
Native American reservation, indigenous people.
That's questionable.
I don't know.
That's a moving target these days.
It is, because I always like you notice say Native American, but it seems like Indian reservation is still what most people say. I would think, isn't it? Yeah, the reservation. I think that's probably what
my dad grew up on one, and that's what I call it.
Yeah, I just don't know what the right thing to say is, guys. Right. Sorry, I'm not trying to be. But the point is that the reservations have their own laws and their own rules, and they're able to kind of exist kind of outside of the normalcy. And I almost wonder if like a decentralized autonomous organization kind of almost seems to line up philosophically with setting up a commune or self-governance, right? So very very interesting. Maybe. Were there any comments on that? Those aren't Mormons you're talking about? Yes, I understand that the people that were doing, that was a cult. Those are cults. I think they may have done it under the banner of Mormonism, but that's not your average Mormon person. No, your average Mormon person's, you wouldn't know they were a Mormon person. You just know they're really nice and they do a lot of great things for people, and they're always very kind. from my experience.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. But certainly your average, just like in anything else, your average person's good. But there's Christian fringes, you know, obviously. You know, you had that guy that blew up the pregnancy centers back around the Olympics and stuff.
Yep.
5 of the 9 SEC registered crypto firms are now gone. Documents show. On March 1st, the SEC published a list of crypto companies that got registered with the regulator. Ellie Tourette shared this. She's going to be on the show pretty soon.
Yeah.
And these are all, I think there was only one of these I had heard of. I don't think that's the Enigma project. Have heard of Salt Blockchain. Paragon coin was a scam, wasn't it? I think Paragon was a scam.
I think we have to check on that.
I think it was. I think
really
it had
familiar.
like the girl in charge of it was maybe in a band. Like she was a popular singer at one
Let me
point.
see.
Blockstack is still around. So we got Blockstack. INX Limited, I believe they're still around. YouNow Inc. What a weird name.
Yeah.
Guys, these government, these SEC registered blockchains are really killing it.
Yeah. They're killing it.
If you're worried about the SEC coming after your money, then make sure to not have the IRS join them. So make sure to check out CoinLedger.io. Thank you, CoinLedger, for sponsoring this segment where we show people how to keep their money safe.
That's right. That's right.
Crypto tax is done in minutes. You guys didn't know. CoinLedger, formerly CryptoTrader.tax, great company to use. This is true. Somebody in, I think it was my research group, said that they tried out CoinLedger for the first time. They were using a different software before. They said it was amazing. They got all their taxes done in like minutes. They said it was so awesome. So there you go. There's a testimonial from a person that I don't even remember who it was. So take that to the bank. Going to be better than Karen on Yelp for sure. But CoinLedger is basically the TurboTax of crypto. It works with API to sync up to all of your exchanges. And it's read-only, so it's not, you know, taking your money off. All it's doing is reading the data on the exchange to be able to keep up with your crypto transactions. So that way, when you get ready to file your taxes, all you got to do is go to CoinLedger. You can get started for free. And do we have the link for the giveaway? Is that still going on?
Yeah, we have a link in the description. And
Yeah, you got to check out the link in the description. I think they're still giving away a $300.
Yeah.
I don't know how many they give away. Maybe they give one away to everybody. I don't know. But I don't know how many people have won. We need to check with them and find out how they're choosing winners.
Yeah, we should.
Because they're like, is this a 6-month contest for a $300 tax document? Or is it like they do one a month? I don't know. We should find out the answer to that.
Yeah. Good with Morel on that.
But you sign up for CoinLedger, and then it's going to take you to where you input your data with the API. I mean, you can do it manually if you keep a spreadsheet, if you do that. Something tells me if you keep a spreadsheet of your trading, you may not need CoinLedger.
Like Decker.
Yeah, exactly. You may be doing your own taxes.
Yeah.
But when you sign up, you go through the process. When you're ready to get your documents, that's when you would pay. So it's free to use, free to try out. But when you want the documents, that's what you pay. You pay per document. So check out CoinLedger.io. We're a big fan of them. We got a link down below in the chat. And before we fly through the next few stories, and we got a guest coming on. I'm going to be like 10 minutes late. Can you let him know that?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sorry. We respect his time, but the show got off the rails today. We got to finish before we bring him on.
It's probably my fault.
CrucialCrypto.io. Yesterday we talked about this. This is a newsletter we're doing. You can pull this up. And yesterday we had some issues where we had like a $99. You had to pay $99. You had to put a $99 hold on your card is what it was. To be able to get it for free. Well, I didn't think that was the right way to do this. So basically, if you come here and you go to, this is a weekly newsletter. We're going to put a lot into this. This is going to become a gigantic brand in crypto, just so you guys know. These are the very beginning, early stages of something that's going to be absolutely massive. The newsletter is only the first part. And getting in early on this is definitely going to be something that a lot of people are going to want to do. We're going to have altcoin picks. We're going to have staff picks here. We're going to have disclaimers and all this stuff. So you guys know we're not, we're not giving you a coin and then we send the newsletter out and then people go sell. We have policy against that, by the way. Everybody that works here signs something saying, they won't use information on the channel to be able to make money off pumps and stuff like that. But the long and the short of it is this weekly newsletter is going to be free for a month. All you got to do is click add promotion code. And I think it's BitSquad. Apply, $0.
Bam.
So just use the promo code BitSquad, and you can sign up for a month for free. And you do have to put in your card. You can cancel it before the 30 days or whatever. But you get just check it out for a week or two. See if you like it. See if you think it's good. We're going to have live streams only for Crucial Crypto members.
Ooh.
That's something we're going to be doing on the channel soon too. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, Pluto Alliance members, you guys get access to this as well. This is turning into quite a big thing we're super excited about. So don't forget to check out Crucial Crypto.
Gensler in the chat's upset with me.
Why? What did he do?
I rug pulled his wrench last week. So
rug pulled his wrench. And how about before? I know a lot of people they say $99 is way too expensive for a weekly newsletter. Weekly. A lot goes into this. $25 a week. When you think about it like that, it's $25 a newsletter. And if you want to try it for free, just go sign up. You don't know if it's worth it or not until you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that 100% accurate? Like you don't know if you don't know how much work we put into this. And maybe you look at it and you say, it's not worth it. That's fine to you.
Yeah.
But you can check it out for free and try it and see what you think. And then you can come in and you can talk trash.
Yes.
Tether's USDT stablecoin market share rises to highest level in 15 months. It surpassed 54%. Wow, highest level since November 2021. That was the peak.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this going that direction? It's because people are scared of BUSD.
Yeah.
And it's international. And so they're all going into Tether instead of USDC.
That's how I feel too.
That's exactly what's happening. So there you go. We solved the mystery.
Yep.
Dapper removes ACH withdrawal option, citing Circle. Let's see. Comes to Silvergate Bank, wants to go to Bank for Crypto. Significant financial headwinds and regulatory scrutiny. A lot of places stopped using it. Circle says regular operations are continuing as it looks to transition to other banking partners. So there you go. Yeah. So that's what's going on with that. Interesting. So I went to the Heritage Foundation while I was in Washington, D.C. Had a great conversation with a guy that works there. He's a crypto guy. He invited me to come up there. And they were doing a stablecoin talk. Mm. And it was on a CBDC symposium, if you will. And it was about the dangers of CBDCs. And do you know? Now, I didn't listen to it. I just chatted with my guy the whole time. Do you know who the guy who did the presentation was about the dangers of CBDCs?
I do, because you told me.
Oh, I told you already.
Yeah.
I think his name's Alex Olaire. I think it's Alex. Mm-hmm. It's Jeremy Olaire, the CEO of Circle's son. This is either the most rebellious black sheep in the history of families, or I don't know what to believe. I'm just saying it's a,
That's weird. Feels like controlled opposition to me.
I wish I would have listened, but the meeting I had was more important than me listening to that. But Amazon NFT rumors continue. NFT marketplace expected next month. That's the big rumor here. And I will tell you,
interesting.
Celsius returned my Matic when it's in the wrong chain. So you hate Coinbase and you like Celsius?
That's weird. That's weird.
Cool. But basically, I've met a guy at Futurist Conference in Toronto in a bar. We were at an after party, or it was an event or something. I didn't know what it was. And he told me he works at Amazon. He's a high level guy over there. This is not he said they had something absolutely huge coming with NFTs. Or excuse me, not NFTs, with crypto, but he wouldn't tell me what it was, but he told me that it wouldn't happen soon. So that was in August. So we're heading towards April next month when this may get released, a year almost from when I had that conversation, or 10 months. This might have been what he was talking about. So more details are hitting the surface. I'll wait to see more about this when it comes out. I don't want to speculate on this. It may be nothing. Yuga Labs versus Bitcoin NFT. I think it is something, but it could be nothing. Yuga Labs versus Bitcoin NFT auction. That's $16.5 million in 24 hours. Animoca back Forecast Labs creates S&P 500 of NFTs. That's pretty cool. What is a sovereign rollup? Rollkit pitches second layer for Bitcoin. Just a few months after the first NFT was inscribed into Bitcoin, developers are trying to basically bring rollups to this old technology of Bitcoin's blockchain. Proof of work. According to Rollkit, its new rollup solution lets users produce rollups by retrieving. Wow, this can make Bitcoin transactions go faster. That's what they're basically talking about here. We've always heard about this. We've always heard that like eventually DeFi and you know, all of the perks of altcoin chains are going to come over to Bitcoin, and we're seeing they kind of starting.
It
they
may
are,
very
but
well happen.
my argument was always, yeah, but we've already got so many burgeoning, you know, options out there to do the things you're trying to do now on Bitcoin. You know, Ethereum is good. It's not great. I mean, the tokenomics are great, but you know, the congestion's still not so great at high moments. But we have the burn to offset it. You look at Cardano. Cardano is working really well as a chain. So there are a lot of chains that are working really well. I just think it's going to be harder now to get people that are in altcoins to come back to Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
Gary is helping that process out by going after all the altcoins, so they might have incentive to go to the commodity.
Gary's not doing anything. Like, I don't understand why people. It's so insane. Secondary market is not securities.
Right.
It's not. The SEC lawyer, we covered a story yesterday, I think it was, that one of the SEC lawyers was like, yeah, we're going to go after that coin. I can't remember what it was. We're going to go after that coin, but yeah, we're going to go after their token sale. It may have been a security. Okay. They're already waving the white flag.
Yeah.
So, okay, real quick, let's rip through this. Coinbase CEO hints at new layer 2 network could include AML. Ethereum layer 2 reaches 1.8 billion. Ripple versus SEC regulator goes after John Deaton to revoke his amicus status. Here's why. XRP Army, throw the X up. We're about to have a new sponsor potentially for the XRP segment every day. So I know a lot of you guys come just for this segment. And you know, maybe that will make it where I don't have to rush through it so much.
Yeah.
The ongoing brawl between the SEC and payments from Ripple Labs reaching a whole new level, going after strong supporters like John Deaton. In a recent update, it appears the SEC, through its lawyers, is trying to get Judge Torres to ban Deaton from participating. Oh, you know, the SEC, this is like White and Case on steroids, you know? Ban that guy from the building. Ban that guy from being able to that legal expert from being able to make legal expert opinions. Let's see. Because he disclosed the name of their expert witness. You guys, the same expert witness in every crypto case.
Right.
It's not like this is a secret. Okay. And what was that guy's name? Real quick. Let's see. SEC XRP expert witness name. I mean, it's out, right? I wonder if it's the guy I think it is. Let's see here. Oh, no, this is Patrick. His name's Patrick Duty. No, that's not the guy I know. I know a guy who is expert in almost all these cases. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so they're trying to remove John Deaton. Big surprise.
Yeah.
But the lawsuit is now nearing an end. This could be over very soon, guys. I mean, we're in March now. I mean, we're in the 3 to 4 month period where this is going to end, I believe. Yeah. Hopefully, Ripple doesn't win the case outright and we go to Supreme Court. But if we do, Ripple will win there too. Judge issues ruling on Daubert motions. Here's who won. Let's see. Issued a 57-page ruling. No clear winner or loser. One of the most important outcomes of the ruling was the exclusion of the number one expert witness. So Patrick Duty didn't even get to do his duty.
Right.
Or maybe they thought his opinion was just duty. All right. Okay, here we go. Sorry to our guest, but we had to, the show must go on.
Yep. People
need their show.
Let's see what we got.
All right.
Pull it up here real quick.
Okay. Jesse Whiteside from Hashport. How are you doing, sir?
Hey there. I'm very well. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, are you are you in a house or are you at a hotel? That's a very sterile looking environment.
Yep, at my house. Needed to clean things up a bit. Just
bro, I need to send you some NFT wall art or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I probably should have done that.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, yeah, let's talk. So, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Now, obviously, Hashport, has to do with Hedera Hashgraph, and HBAR. It is part of that ecosystem. Yep. We have a super chat. The guy says he clarifies he doesn't like Celsius at all. Thank you for clarifying that. That was smart. So, Jesse, you want to kind of explain what Hashport is, and kind of what what you do there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm the director of business development for Hashport. We are an enterprise grade public interoperability platform. And basically, we connect the Hedera ecosystem to the broader Web3 world. So currently, we are connected to 6 EVM chains, soon to be 8, that include Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, BNB, Optimism, and Arbitrum most recently. And so we are leveraging Hedera, some of Hedera's core technologies in order to facilitate bridging solutions on the platform. We're using both the Hedera consensus service and Hedera token service. And sort of in conjunction with those two pieces of tech, we have sort of taken a page out of Hedera's governing council in terms of who is validating transactions on the platform. So we've amassed a group of 9 validating members currently, and that's continuing to grow. But they're leaders in the space. So top to bottom, we have the HBAR Foundation. Polygon is actually a validator on this interop solution. Galaxy, which is a decentralized social media app that Spencer Dinwiddie of the Brooklyn Nets is currently bringing to market. Hex Trust, which is one of Asia's largest digital asset custodians. We also have a Fortune 250
Richard Hart
company.
does not own that, correct? Richard Hart does not own Hex Trust.
No, Richard Hart definitely does not own Hex Trust.
Okay. You want to clarify that?
Yeah, no problem at all. So we actually have a Fortune 250 on the platform, WorldPay from FIS. WorldPay actually handles quite a bit of the volume flow of transactions across exchanges and various Web3 providers. I think it's somewhere from 50 to 60% of the entire space, actually. So they're a validator. StableNode, which is a sister company of MakerDAO and the DAI stablecoin. Animoca Brands, obviously no introduction needed there. One of the biggest Web3 gaming companies. LimeChain is our technology partner and go-to-market partner for the build-out of
Which chain?
Hashport.
What chain did you say?
LimeChain.
Okay.
They're not a chain. They're a systems integrator that work across multiple networks throughout the space. And then rounding out the group is BCW Group, which is a venture studio. I'm also a part of BCW Group, but they were tasked to bring to market the Hashport platform.
Yeah, well, that's a lot. Don't really know where I want to start here with this, but I did want to say somebody said I was too hard on you for your room. Sorry, I wasn't trying to like insult you. And now, right now, where your neck is, I see some wall art back there. You're hiding it with your head. Look at that! Wow.
Okay.
Now I feel good. Now it's a
Yeah,
party.
I've always been impartial to that one. It's kind of looks like a hash graph. So
yeah, it was kind of like it does have kind of that digital look to it.
Totally unrelated. But
yeah, of course. So I want to talk about Hedera because this is a project that is geared towards enterprise. It's got a lot of really big partners out there. They got a partnership with Google. I remember that one. They got all kinds of, that's just the one that I always remember for whatever reason. But then they've got the Hedera Council, or is it Council, right?
Governing Council, yeah.
Yeah, the Governing Council. It's 27, is that right? 27 members?
Right now it's 27. I believe it's going to be filled out to 39 eventually.
Okay.
And there's a whole host of things we can dive into on that subject as well.
Yeah, of course. Because the council is really interesting, and it's basically, I'm listening to what you're talking about interoperability and enterprise. It's like, man, a lot of those big companies, like PayPal was on there. PayPal, Visa, right? Are those some of?
I don't know if PayPal or Visa are part of it as of yet. They're not on, as far as I can tell, on the governing council currently.
There's big companies.
Obviously,
on there,
a lot of times, like a lot of times, they talk about with Hedera in terms of energy performance and comparativeness. The public network is about 1,000 times as efficient as the Visa network. And if you look at some of its next closest competitors in terms of energy, it's actually the most energy efficient network, distributed ledger in the world. It's around 170 times as efficient as Solana, 790 times as Avalanche. And so the list just keeps going up and up and up. But
Yeah.
it's actually so energy efficient. UCL did a report not too long ago that basically showed that the network running for a year, basically the energy consumption is about that of a typical family dwelling. And so they actually buy energy offset credits to make the network carbon negative, which
Yeah.
is far and away from a lot of other conversations that are had in
Well,
this space about ledgers.
it's important because as it's really enterprise focused. I mean, that's something that enterprise is more focused on than the average individual is, because if you just have one house you got to take care of and a couple cars, and you have a corporation and you've got, locations everywhere, you got a pretty big carbon footprint, especially if you're in manufacturing. So some of the members of the council, so you're right, those two are not on there. I got confused because those two were on the this is very similar to the Libra Council. Actually,
Okay,
yeah, actually, what's Dr. Lehman Beard, is that right? Lehman
Yep.
Baird.
Dr.
Baird.
Lehman Baird. Yep.
He said that, like, when the Libra Council came out, they actually took out like an ad to kind of mock it or something, because they basically Libra copied what Hedera was doing with their council. Visa and PayPal were on the Libra Council. Now on the Hedera Council, there are major names here. Boeing,
Yep.
obviously. That is one. Chainlink Labs, Dell Technologies. So could have got a Dell. I don't know. Where's the guy that used to sell the Dell computers? I don't know. I heard he went to jail for doing drugs. I'm not sure what he's doing now. Deutsche Telekom. I think that's T-Mobile. It looks like the T-Mobile logo there. I always say this name wrong. Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
Yeah, gaming studio.
Ubisoft. Yeah. LG. IBM. Google. Google is on the council. Google is on the council. And FIS. That sounds very familiar. Like I should know what that is.
FIS is a payments provider. That's
there you go.
WorldPay from FIS is one of our validators on Hashboard.
So, and there are 39. You said there is going to be moving to 39 members. It shows actually right now 28. Actually, it shows 28 members, and they have this circle here. You want to show this, Drew? Can you show that, or no? Okay. Yeah. So you guys can see here. These are all the members on the council. Now, guys, this is all leading to somewhere very important. This is leading to some points I want to get to about Hedera. A lot of you guys out there, you're trying to figure out, like, what does Hedera do for you? And, like, it may not do that much for you. It's focused on enterprise. And you got some of these layer ones. Algorand is another one that comes to mind that are really focused on enterprise. You have Quorum, which is the enterprise private blockchain of Ethereum. It tried it. JP Morgan, I think, uses it. There's some that use it. But this enterprise level blockchain, enterprise level blockchain wars, I think, are going to be coming for sure, because there aren't very many that are really built to scale, across industries. And I think that when you look at Hedera and with the hash graph consensus and all that stuff, I think it's got a really good shot to become that enterprise blockchain. And it's already got big partners, as you can see, which goes a long way. So I guess, what do you think, Jesse, when it comes to looking at Hedera and looking at what it's doing in enterprise? What do you see about the enterprise landscape that makes you more bullish on Hedera maybe than some other chains?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think there's a couple of quick clarifying points I'll make about sort of the scaffolding out, if you will, of the network versus some other networks out there. So really, there's quite a few videos out there actually of Dr. Baird talking about something like the path to decentralization. And one of the things that I think is somewhat lost in the community when they see this governing council is this idea that, well, it's not they think it's not decentralized, and B, that it's a corporate chain or corporate network, whereas what is being built out right now is essentially a way to show kind of a chronological history of how the network became decentralized. So in terms of the governing council members and how everything's working, so the non-circulating supply is locked up, equally weighted within those 28 members. Ultimately, it'll be 39, but they're all multi-sig to one another, and there's no way for them to really move their stake from the network. So in that way, you sort of have this, well, it is temporarily permissioned in a sense, you have this assuredness and sort of this functional trust that's built as the network's being scaled out. And so, as you get to 39 members or towards the end of this year, I think they're actually going to start opening up, and they've spoken about this quite a bit. They're going to be opening up to trusted community nodes. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure timeline, but then they'll go to fully permissionless nodes. And so the difference you have here with this network over time is you've actually got an entire history of how the network went about decentralizing. And that, if you're an organization or even if you're an individual or builder or dev, looking at a network in terms of understanding its fundamental structure and whether or not it's truly decentralized, we could debate about that for quite a while. But with Hedera over time, you're really going to know that it is being decentralized in a I guess a forward thinking way, if you will. And
Yeah.
so back to your point, back to your point about just really quickly about the enterprise front of things. It is absolutely being built on top of by multiple organizations, many of council members, obviously. And so I'm actually part of the company I mentioned, BCW Group. And so we're responsible, obviously, for Hashport as well as several other products within the space, including one of the primary mirror node structures for the platform called Archaea. But we work alongside Hedera and sort of the enterprise go-to-market strategies and our technologies arm. We really are focused on a lot of these enterprise opportunities, and I can't speak to too many of them, but there are a plethora of use cases that we are developing and actively facilitating to come to market. So it is really a very big hotbed, I would say, for enterprise use cases to look at and build on the network.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like you guys are really making some big moves over to Hashport. I'm looking at the BCW group right now, looking at some of your investments, or your portfolio. You've got, Polygon in there. Hashport is in the BCW group,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, so we have a whole host of
Yeah.
we have a whole host of we're a venture studio, so
Right.
we have a ventures arm, a research arm, a technologies arm that brings to market many of the products, including Hashport and Archaea. We also have a platform called Blockpore, which is a chain agnostic data analytics aggregation platform, which has a whole host of exciting benefits and advantages over some traditional platforms in terms of how we collect and index the data. And so when you look at that in terms of people, especially institutions coming into the space and looking to, actualize on real-time information and data, minutes or even seconds are incredibly important to that sort of thing. And so Blockpore aggregates all of this data and indexes it in real time so that you can not only see across one chain, but you can see across several chains congruently and see if volume's moving in and out of various networks, it has a whole host of advantages, which is very interesting. But also BCW, we are across the space significantly. So we have our infrastructure services. I believe we run nodes on 16 different networks, including Polygon, Hedera. We also will be working with ZK Sync and a host of other initiatives as time moves forward. And yeah, it's just really exciting to be sort of able to see all of these disparate parts coming together. And we're in the middle of a bear market, and we have all these things going on in the traditional markets. And the news will say that Web3 and what have you, all these networks are potentially not going to survive, or it's doom and gloom. But from what I've seen, it's anything but. I mean, I was at East Denver last week, and there was 25,000 people there, and so it was as busy as many people have said it's ever been. So it's really exciting.
And how many of those 25,000 people were singing or rapping Ethereum songs on stage? Do you know?
What's that? I don't know. I caught that video. I chose to strike it from my memory right away. But
oh, you gotta love the ETH Denver videos. You gotta love the
I
Vitalik
know
crazy. It's part of the culture of crypto, and
it's kind of a rite of passage. Yeah.
it is. You got all these new people that have come in the last couple of years, and we love the new people. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but if that's the first time that you've seen Vitalik and the Ethereum crew doing something super insane that doesn't make any sense, that's just memed constantly for years and years and years, then you know, you got a lot more time in this space put under your belt, because that's about the fourth time that you know, and you know what? Everybody talks about it. That's why they do it. That's why they do that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a good point. It does get good travel, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do cringe on purpose. Like, I mean, I think Vitalik, you know, I know he has you know, I think he has autism or something like that, and sometimes you can see like interacting in public and social settings is not the easiest thing for him. That being said, this man knows when he puts on a unicorn shirt what he's doing. Like, this guy knows that he's drawing attention, you know, everywhere he goes when he puts on these crazy shirts and does these crazy dances and stuff. He knows what he's doing. But Vitalik's he's a good actor in the space, I believe, for the most part. And I think that, you know, now it's really interesting. I don't know if you heard this, just a quick side note. I don't know if you heard that the rumor is now that Sam Bankman-Fried was behind SHIB. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't.
It's breaking news.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they think he's Ryoshi, the guy who created SHIB. Well, if you guys remember, SHIB sent Vitalik Buterin like billions and billions and billions of coins. Yeah, like half of the supply, whatever it was. And then he like gave a bunch away to charity and he burned the rest of it. Like, he would have had so much money. It's just interesting now knowing, I wonder if he maybe had a clue. Maybe Sam was behind. I don't know. Nothing to really indicate that, but you just wonder when you hear stories like this, that Sam potential, it looks like it's pretty damning. It looks like it is him. I would say, yeah, I'd say like 80 to 90% chance after looking, it's all the hallmarks of Sam, and they have some good evidence. So, you know, I don't know. The personal relationship play into that? I don't know. But very, very interesting to watch. Hedera, it's going to be big. It is big. It's one of our top coins for the next bull run. I got it in my Twitter bio. The H Barbarians. We love the H Barbarians. And, you know, the thing is, when you start getting into these layer ones, you start realizing that these, not economies, the ecosystems that develop around these projects and these layer one blockchains can be quite robust. Hashport is part of that. It's helping with the interoperability. Jesse, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We love when HBAR people come on, and, you know, we'd love to have you back on down the road in the future.
Absolutely.
Oh, where can everybody find you? Where can everybody find you? Where can everybody find you at?
Oh, at hashport.network.
Okay.
Just on Twitter.
Hashport, at Hashport Network.
At Hashport Network. Yeah.
Yep. All right. My people know how to use Twitter. They'll find you. All right, Jesse. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Pleasure, Ben.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. I don't know what to do now. The show's over.
Yeah. There's one question. But
what do you consider your next 3 strategic benchmarks of success? Certain acquisition, partnerships, revenue. I would like to. God, I want a new sports car. I want an Aventador. That's what I want. Yeah. But I would say things I'm looking for to be like considered successful. Number one, I'm looking to play a role in a bill that gets passed in Washington, D.C. Like, that's my main focus right now. Everything we're doing, even though our bill is kind of put to the side for the moment till the stablecoin bill's out, all the congressional offices we're working with, like, to me, that's success. When I can literally look back in the future, well, in the future, I can look back at the past and say, wow, I was part of helping lay the foundation, the groundwork to keep the philosophies and ideals of this space alive, that I believe are the same philosophies and ideals that are going to keep us from a great reset. Like, I'd be pretty proud of that. So, you know, hopefully, now it doesn't mean if we go and we try and we try and we try and we never actually do it, that wasn't making an impact, but I like to win. I like W's. I've really only taken one really solid L, like take one really solid L that still haunts me every single day of my life, which is that freaking Atozi lawsuit. Atozi holds the greatest L over me in the history of the world, for sure. So shout out to Atozi. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Touche.
You deserve it. And you defeated me quite handily. Anyways, so that's number one. Number two, I would say, look, I want to be a billionaire. And it's because of number three. The third benchmark is buying the Falcons or buying a professional sports team. I want to buy a major professional sports team. So I don't really need $1 billion. I don't care about being a billionaire per se. It means nothing to me. But to buy the Falcons, I actually need like probably $4 or $5 billion in 10 years to do it. So those would be what I would look to do. I want to win the World Series of Poker main event, or at least I want to win a bracelet, the WSOP. That's like a side, you know,
that'd be a side hustle.
And also, like, I'd like to see my kids play college ball or professional ball as well. That would be something really great, I think. Man, my kid's crushing it on his middle school team. He's pitched 4 innings in 4 games, and he hasn't given up a single run. So, and he's 2 for 2 last night. Whew. Got to go watch his middle school game last night for the first time. I was gone last week when it started. So, shout out to All Madden Sports. Go check out All Madden Sports on the YouTubers, and you can see me and him playing some Madden with some father-son time. And then we're gonna start maybe doing some videos around his games and stuff down the road. So a lot of exciting stuff. We're gonna be making a lot of big changes to my son's channel, so we're excited about that. We got a new set. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for today. I gotta go film a video. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out. The guy who started Home Depot owns the Falcons. He doesn't own Home Depot anymore. Thank you. He's a great guy. We love Arthur Blank. But I'm gonna take the team.